I was thinking about like when it was cold and I was like, oh, having a mask on, like your face gets hot, and I was just like, oh, take your mask off and use your cold hands to like cool your face down. I was just like, oh, that's terrible advice. Like,
Just take those everything.
Yeah, take your hands and put them all over your face, into your nose if you can. Like, yeah.
Here's one for you.
Here's a Tyler tip. Spit in your hand and shake hands with people.
So, let's see. Sean, Ryan, Skyler, and Tyler do a podcast called The Shoot Show. Yeah, I bet you guys were in a lot of shoots. Oh, yeah. It must be a really good show. A really, really good show. Must have at least, 8 fans? 8, what do virgins like to advertise? What's a virgin advertising demographic? Oh, do you guys, kiss each other's hands? As Don Rickles would say, you hockey pucks. Nah, it's just a bunch of dumb names, too. A bunch of idiots. Quote Raven, nevermore.
I'm buff, I'm the stuff, and the girls just can't get enough. And I'm always in a shoot. Tyler and Skyler, you fucking suck. But Ryan and Sean are great.
And that's a shoot.
And was that the same scene he claimed he could throw a football clear over those mountains?
Yeah.
And then he jettisons a steak, dude. And the commentary, because this is how far back that was. Like everybody's watching on their DVDs because it's new.
I love
but
that.
dude, it's so good. You learn so many things.
Yeah.
And John Heder said that Uncle Rico, like he told Uncle Rico, the guy who played Uncle Rico, John Kreese, I don't know why I know that. He said, like, make it look good. You know, like, smack me with this thing. He says, are you sure? Like, I'm going to. Said, yeah, do it.
Okay.
Do it. It knocked his.
And he did. He walloped him with it. Like he threw it like a cornhole sandbag, like a beanbag. You kind of want to give it that twist so it just kind of. All right, guys, welcome back to the Shoot Show. This is episode 127. We are talking about some Raw, rolling on this train again. I am the Double T, abrupt as always. I'm joined by some good buddies. I got Skylar Blank with me. Skylar, what's going on, man?
We're in Oklahoma tonight, guys.
OKC, baby.
Can you smell the cows and stuff? Just kidding, Oklahoma City doesn't smell like cows anymore.
Yeah, that wasn't a cow in the distance you heard. That was a possum. The dankest opossum, our good friend Ryan Clare. Ryan, we're glad you made it out alive today, buddy.
Oh boy, it's been a bad day possum for about going on 3 weeks, but that's okay. I wasn't completely sure we started the show because less than 30 seconds ago we were talking about Napoleon Dynamite passionately.
I did what had to be done.
Is he kidding? Are
Yeah.
we starting the show?
I did what
Is
had
this
to be
real?
done.
That's great, but I'm glad you did it. You ripped the Band-Aid off, get us started talking about the show we came here to talk about.
That's right.
Because this is a good Raw, man.
This is a very
it's like
good
every
Raw.
single week.
Wow.
In that week or that month in 1997, big stuff was happening, like huge stuff.
Big tings.
Like,
Did you see
and
why
these days-
the channels were changing slowly?
Yeah.
Well, they were flipping back and forth because, like I said last week, that was the Sting's Army episode
man.
of Nitro.
Yep.
And so, I mean, just
Do
wrestling
we need
was
to go
popping.
back and watch that entire month right after this, just to
No, I can't do
That's
it. I
a
got to
good
get out of
time.
1997. I'm not going to get out of here. I thought I was going to make it further. I'm going to have to buy some Karate Fighters if I stay in 1997 any longer.
Well,
So
that
we're
would
gonna have to
potentially make
Rise
everybody
down,
happy. You could
first
get them off of
reference.
eBay. Special shout out to number 4 out of 4 on this show, Sean Rosenthal. He was doing his best to be a part of the show today, but he's dealing with a dead fish, and that's a
Sadly,
tough
rest
time
in
for him.
peace.
Yep. Blue boy.
Blue boy.
So
rest
yeah,
in peace, Blue boy.
but Sean, he will be here for Survivor Series, and we look forward to that. So, but in the meantime, this train is still rolling. We are in October 20th, 1997. Like Skylar said, we're in Oklahoma City. That's how far is that from you, Skylar?
About 36 miles or something like that.
Well, not bad at all.
This is the arena I saw Ring of Honor. Not in that arena. It was in a little back area, big room area.
He's in a utility closet, I believe.
No.
So, like, yeah, they
got to see Cody Rhodes
it
there.
was like the loading dock of that arena. They was like, well, you guys can use this from 4 to 6, but
it was. And it's like, you know, like when you're for
old
real
mattress trucks coming
when
through.
you're like walking through concessions and stuff, and there would just be like a big open area between the concessions. That's kind of where it was. Yeah.
They set up like a DirecTV salesman in Walmart. He's like, hey, sir, excuse me, sir.
Wrestling?
Sir?
You want to see
Sir?
some wrestling?
We get some rare form Vince McMahon screaming at the start of this one.
Oh,
He is
my
at
God.
max volume.
I would consider this like Vince has gone full Battle Crow at this point, and we're calling at our
He
opposition.
knows he's almost done with commentary.
Welcome to Oklahoma.
Yes, the way he said it, me and Lulu both laughed. Oklahoma!
Dude, it is scary as hell.
He
He
is
is full guttural screams.
full on. And, you know, I think his time as a commentator is drawing to a close. So this is him, you know, blasting out the last of that jetpack fuel.
This is the last tour.
But you know, from Screaming Vince to the scream of the LOD, we get to see our newly crowned tag team champions, the Legion of Doom, coming out. And this is fun. Like, it's fun to see these guys in 97. They're really, like, right up against the point where, you know, they're going to be done. Like, it's cool to see them get one last little kind of hurrah. And the fans love it, man. They're over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure when that really peaked, but Legion of Doom is just getting LOD chants from the moment they come out. Once they hit the ring, the crowd is on them, and then we got Ahmed Johnson, who, you know, at this point, nobody knew any better, so we're cheering for him. And then we got Ken Shamrock coming out in a nice robe, a very nice robe. He is so comfortable. And the kids love him. They got their face painted. It's a beautiful night. I like it.
It took me about 3 times trying to write down what this match actually was.
Yeah, I had to scratch stuff out.
Because at first I was like, okay, LOD versus Ahmed Johnson and Ken Shamrock? That seems weird. And then I'm like, no, they're like hugging it out. Okay, so then I'm like, oh, okay, 4-on-4. Okay, so I thought it was that for a while, and then I'm like, no, it's actually this is a tag team match. This is Ken Shamrock and Ahmed Johnson versus Rocky and Kama Mustafa.
But like, why is the Legion of Doom
there?
there?
They're the
I'm
teams for
happy to see
Survivor Series, so they're like, you know, they're out there supporting.
Oh, they're there to
team.
like.
It is still the Survivor Series build, so you got to have them present, and especially because nobody's expecting this match to reach completion.
You didn't think it was going to be a 5-star?
Oh my goodness, you didn't even have time for it.
Oh, it's gonna. Hey man, I'm all about the nation right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
hell yeah.
And Ron Simmons alone, or Farouk, I should be respectful.
Yes.
Farouk is at his full angry stepdad right now, and he just when he's
Grizzled.
coming down the ramp, it is like you and your friends are too damn loud in the living room, and he is pissed. And dude, he's got this. He carries this legitimacy. That's just like, I don't want this guy just mad at me.
Could you imagine him? He's coming down the steps in nothing but a pair of worn BVDs, and he is angry. Yeah. Better not be drinking all of my Hennessy.
Who the hell? I gotta be at work 6 a.m. Damn it! Too damn fucking loud in here. God damn.
So this is trying. It's trying to be a decent match, but we cut to. We see D-Generation X. D-Generation X is up on the ramp.
Some degenerates.
And they've got signs, a bunch of signs. What the hell is going on here?
Did you guys get any of them down?
Uncle Tom,
yeah, man, I got
316.
Yeah, Uncle Tom. Yeah, that was weird.
They are being real so-and-sos.
I wrote, save some First Amendment for the rest of us.
One was, I'd rather be in China, but spelled like the China that was standing right there.
Who booked this crap?
And yeah, very on the nose there. We're getting.
They've been very on the nose the last few weeks, constantly.
It's up the nose into the brain here, like you know.
I think China started with the "Spank Me Vince" sign, but I feel like Triple H ended up with.
He's like, give me that. No.
Rick Rude had one that said something about.
Damn it.
Something about buckwheat, which I'm
it
not really
was
sure again.
Buckwheat rules. That's all it said.
Skylar checking his notes.
He's like, oh, one.
I can't read my own handwriting.
Yes,
sometimes.
I also saw, this was the point, I saw somebody in the crowd had a sign that said Max Mini versus Kane.
Yes.
Which, like, book
doesn't
that
wanna see
shit.
that?
Wow.
Man, he'd throw him like a lawn dart.
We get a... Oh, I saw a Nation of Masturbation sign in the crowd. That
Yes,
was,
that was good too.
eye.
I got a timestamp. 8
Yes.
minutes and 48 seconds. Rocky hits a people's elbow.
Yes.
Yeah, like...
It was nice. He didn't
like-
pull the elbow pad off.
It was
but-
so funny. Like he
was-
he kicked the arm into place when he dropped him. Like so much fun.
Yeah, it was like a baby deer learning to walk.
Yeah,
It's just
proto.
like,
Kicks him and kind of stumbles a little bit, and as he's
A
hitting
proto,
his
yeah.
He's got it.
It was
He's-
the
he's
nation's
figuring
elbow.
it out.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was good. I was surprised. I didn't think he
I've-
was doing that shit that early, honestly.
Yeah, I had no
I
idea.
Have to look when did The Rock first hit the people's elbow?
Let's see.
Right there.
Might have been. I don't know.
But Shamrock, man, I somehow, how do I forget about him? I just like, maybe it's because I was such a WCW boy in 1997, but the guy was a fun, scary guy.
He was
Like,
one
he
of
was-
the best crossovers. Like
WWE
before
doesn't
Kurt
really-
Angle.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Like, they just, like, unless you go back and watch this stuff, they just don't ever talk about him, like, ever. That's, like,
is
so if you
strange,
just
yeah.
started watching wrestling in, like, 2003, like me, and you didn't, like, kind of go watch other shit from the past, like, you wouldn't really know he was even in WWE, unless you played, like, the SmackDown games, because I remember being like, who's Ken Shamrock?
Oh man, I remember one of the games. I wasn't familiar with him, but I was freaking out like at how vascular his neck was and his little mugshot or
Yes,
his thumbnail
he was
picture
scary,
on it. He was just like
yes.
he had those all the tendons and shit popping out. Oh my god, I was trying to find out. I did a quick Google see if Ken Shamrock might have had some beef or something. Why the hell don't they talk about him or anything? First headline pops up: Ken Shamrock rejected WWE incest angle because it was way too close to home.
What? Cut that out.
Moving quickly along. My goodness.
yes.
I
We
don't know.
all know. Well, we all know the Ryan Shamrock thing.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
later involved, but Vince McMahon proposed an incest angle with Ken and Ryan Shamrock. That didn't happen, but the fact that his son is also named Ryan certainly didn't help matters. Oh, there is a lot of crossover.
Gross, Vince.
Yeah,
If that's,
that could get
gross.
weird.
Uh,
Oh wow, Vince McMahon once proposed an
Now-
incest storyline with his own daughter. What?
Yeah, I knew about. Yeah,
Somebody
I knew about
Yeah.
pitched that?
that's-
How do you bring that up?
That's
Well,
pretty.
When you're a crazy man, anyways. So this
Okay,
match.
sorry.
So- Yeah. Well, Rick Rude wanders down and he's got a briefcase. We're gonna getting away from that. The big chunk of audio that got lost for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, that was just me with adding a little bit of Arkansas into this.
Just a little bit, yeah, just a tip. So Rick, it's for some reason Farouk takes Rick Rude's briefcase in and just blasts Ken Shamrock, so that Rocky can get the pin and the win. I don't know what the hell was going on there.
Oh yeah, because Hawk and Animal I don't know if you said that, they distracted the ref on accident. They were bitching because people were interfering, and so it gave Farouk a chance to blast the man with the briefcase.
Blast.
Their hearts were in the right place.
Yeah.
True enough, yeah. But
Well,
that's. And then on their way out, the Legion of Doom gets attacked by the Godwins, who are sporting a new look. They've gone away from the overalls and they're now wearing pants and their own shirts
Oh,
that are like kind of orange.
Somebody taught them boys to read.
Yeah. Later on, they're also introduced as just Henry and Phineas. So I wonder if it just kind of like they're just kind of giving them like a slightly edgier. They're trying to bring them up to speed.
So, yeah.
I don't think Henry and Phineas is more edgy.
Well, as opposed to Phineas I. Godwin and Henry O. Godwin, as you know, like WWE loves to chop.
They're trying to get away from the cheesy.
The pig and hog.
Yeah.
I was so angry when you pointed that out because I didn't know.
I know, me
I
either.
didn't know, and I was so mad that I didn't know.
No.
I'm gonna pretend like I did now.
P-I-G-H-O-G.
Can't believe you did that.
But yeah, so okay, so after that, we go to Michael Cole backstage,
Oh my
and
God.
Skylar, why don't you tell us all about this?
What? So Michael Cole's backstage, and apparently he's in the Nation of Domination's locker room that has been vandalized. There's toilet paper and just
the most rudimentary, the most rudimentary racist things that you can think of, like it's just ridiculous, and I don't. Yeah. There's a watermelon.
It's just so on the nose.
There's like
a watermelon.
There's a no sign through it.
It's like elementary
with
school.
Big lips. There's a skeleton with big lips and an afro, and it says "Homie, stay home." There's Malcolm X, and the X is X'd out, which is kind of
it's like fifth grade.
It's stupid as fuck.
But like,
can you imagine WWE staff in there doing that? Make the watermelon bigger.
Yeah. Get put more seeds in it. It just looks like something soaked in blood. But it reminds me of an episode of Family Matters where somebody wrote the N-word on
Eddie's locker. Was it Laura's locker? Yeah.
It was Laura.
And
I think it was Laura.
Steve was forced to stand up.
Steve wasn't having that. He shut that. He said, "Don't look at that. You're better than that." Steve was
damn
the
right,
freaking
Steve.
man.
Steve was the man.
But yeah, Michael Cole, Baby Cole, sleek, svelte Cole is back there, and he's just like very, 6 o'clock news reporter about it.
He's the first form of a three-form
There's toilet paper
Pokemon
on the wall.
Yeah. And Vince McMahon is going, well, vandalism and racism aren't the same thing. Like, Vince McMahon clearly wasn't looking too closely at the things he told people to put there.
He saw on live he saw it while they were doing it. Was like, yes. Then he saw it through the lens of live TV, and he was like, oh no.
Like, it couldn't be more obviously a setup. Like, why would... It's not like... They're treating the Canadian flag like cigarette butts. Like, wherever they go, they just leave, they discard a Canadian flag.
Like, their calling card.
There's Tim Hortons
leave a
cups
flag
and Canadian flags
all
all over the place. Yeah, and apology notes taped to shit. And, one of the things... It stops even getting creative. At the bottom, it just says, "We hate you." It's like,
wow.
just, come on, guys. But you ran out of... They really spent a lot of time on that X. Malcolm X. They did the outline, and there's nice highlights in the middle. They really did.
So,
that looks like the movie poster kind of X.
Farouk comes out after that.
Cuts to Farouk yelling at
Whoa, Vince. He is hot. Yep, he's hot. He's saying black people are the original natives of this country, which I don't. Okay, I mean whatever. It's fine. But yeah, that was Vince. Vince says Vince didn't see any form of racism. Cool. Okay.
This is simply vandalism. You got there's a rivalry. Boys will be boys in the locker room. There's a lot of shaving cream to go around, as you can see. There's plenty of shaving cream.
Farouk is supposed to have a match with Bret Hart later on, but he's had it, and he wants that match to happen right now. Also, at this point, when Farouk is up and he's screaming at Vince McMahon, there's a guy who has a sign that says Farouk speaks Ebonics, who's 4 feet away from Farouk at that point. And I was just like, wow, that's a brave dude. Because
Farouk's it's Farouk's hooked on Ebonics.
Okay, yeah.
And this dude is stone faced. He's got a Villanova, or he's got some kind of baseball shirt on, and he is fearless, staring straight into Ron Simmons' face. Imagine being that confident. There's this 3-foot steel barrier is going to separate me from this angry stepdad. No.
So, but Bret Hart does come out. And,
so it was weird when they came out though, because the music went for a while, and then Bulldog came out, and then Jim came out, stumbled out, putting his jacket on, and then Owen came out 5 minutes later, and then Bret finally came out.
I wrote
that was a cool moment when Bret busts out the curtains.
The rest of the Hart Foundation didn't know a fight was happening, but Bret instantly did. He was like, "Well, I'm going to take my jacket off now. Sorry, here, hold this, Jim."
Yeah, I had written in my notes around here that I have no idea what's going on right now.
Yeah, I didn't know the match
just...
was going to start. I thought they were just going to... Like, Bret didn't even be like, yeah, that wasn't us at all, obviously. Look. Just because
like, who is more likely to be doing some juvenile shit like that? Us or the guys who were sitting up there with that same shit written on signs they were holding up?
Yeah, right.
Like, Bret in this match, he goes for like a really funny like face smash into Farouk's junk. Like, rather than kicking somebody in their junk, just like, I'm gonna drop face first into your package and just smush my face into your ding. Like,
yeah, well, no, as long as you do it fast, it's not gay. That's the rule.
I guess. I don't know, man. It's like kind of like I'm gonna shroom myself. What up?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Smush.
It's totally polite, accepted. Just don't linger. As long as you like, if you start like, if you kind of hang out, then yeah.
Speaking of people that
talking to backstage.
Speaking of things that don't linger, Stone Cold rolls out of the crowd into the ring and just blasts Farouk with a great stunner.
Yeah.
Which he sells really well.
Well, the ref is distracted because everyone on the outside is fighting.
Yeah, because there's 19
Stone Cold
people
literally
there.
slips in right, like they're fighting. Stone Cold slips in right next to them as the ref's looking down.
Right next to them, yeah. And the crowd goes atomic. Like
so
the roof
crazy.
blows off of this place. Like, I like at the ref might even imagine, like, at the very least he'd be like, wow, I wonder what everybody's cheering about and why the ring's shaking.
Is this for me?
Yeah, what happened to Farouk? This is like the best time for Stone Cold, in my opinion, when he just shows up and stuns people,
wreck everything and
then
leave.
just kind of scurries away. And yeah, when he stuns Farouk and he just throws just a quick burst fire of middle fingers at him as he kind of tumbles out of the ring.
Those are my favorite.
Just,
those are my favorite.
Gone, and he goes. Yeah, and he can fit in, I want to say, like 5 or 6 thrusts of middle fingers by the time he goes from,
and he
halfway already falling to hitting the side of his shoulder and rolling out. 5 or 6.
He does a really funny, like,
game.
angry Southern man leaning out of a truck, like, knuckles down, middle finger.
Yes.
Like, ooh, how you would do the shadow of a tank, you know.
Yes.
Dude, that one, I know exactly what that is an old man. That's an old
just
man who
a
you just
real
cut off.
fuck
Instinctively, my knuckles come up. I don't know why that's like, you know, that's a generational thing maybe. Like, my knuckles come up when I'm given the finger. Even the thumb comes up usually, too.
Oh, man, you are very Euro.
Yeah, mine's
Euro
definitely...
middle fingers there. Mine's almost an old man. Fold them down.
You can't see us,
because
but
I
we're all
want to get as
flipping off
much.
the
I don't
camera
have
right
long
now.
fingers, and I want to get as much as I can out.
Okay.
Of it. I want to just
Freakishly long
really.
fingers.
You do have...
That's long ass fingers, boy. Wow.
Not really.
I remember a kid on the school bus had to teach me. He was like, "No, you got to do it like that."
Just get it all the way in there. So yeah, Bret Hart gets the win. Yeah, Bret Hart, the face that he is, scoops up an ill-gotten pin.
Well,
He
talk
did look
shit,
a little
get pinned.
like kind of morose about it. He was just, should I do? Might as well. I'm already here.
He's got like crazy.
What am I gonna do? Wake him up and then put him in the sharpshooter?
Yeah. Hey, pal. He just sits there. He gets a chair.
As
Wake
he's got
him
his
up,
legs,
Wake
he's
up.
all slapping his face right before he turns him over.
Smell this.
Yeah,
maple
before he
syrup.
turns him over, he's got his legs folded up, and he reaches down and just slaps him. Sorry, all right, you ready? And then just
Yes, but Bret wins.
Oh God! After this episode, I don't know what, or not this episode, this match. Well, okay, not to dance around it or anything, but I got nothing against Jeff Jarrett. But what the hell? I didn't even recognize him.
So
Jeff Jarrett.
a suited business
Slick back
casual version of Jeff Jarrett comes out.
Hold on, not just any suit either. It's not like he went and got like an actual Ric Flair suit or something. It looks like the suit that Barney Fife wears when he goes to Raleigh. It's like that
casual.
weird checkered, like almost like burlap thick. You know, like it's a real thick jacket. It's strange.
You're gonna like the way you look.
He's got long hair.
So this is a segment where Jeff Jarrett comes out and just obliterates the fourth wall. He's talking shit about WCW. He's talking shit about Eric Bischoff. He's talking shit about Vince McMahon. He's talking shit.
McMichael.
Yeah, Mongo. He talks shit about Mongo and Deborah.
Why? Why would he say things about Mongo?
He says that he refused to sign Eric Bischoff's contract. He calls Bischoff a coward. He tells Vince not to laugh because he left WWF for the same reason.
I like how when he started talking shit to Vince, someone in the crowd tossed a Scream mask and it hit Vince in the face. And he like picked it up and covered his face.
He covered his face a little bit with it. Yeah, like but yeah, after, I mean, I don't know how long this segment was, but about halfway through, Jeff Jarrett says, Vince, you told me to come out here tonight and shoot, and that's exactly what I'm doing, right between your eyes. And he says, you can take with my baby tonight and stick it up your butt.
So,
up your butt.
You know that line he said about Stone Cold's shirt and shit? Like about how he was just making money off the Bible. Stone Cold was actually legit pissed about that shit. Like I can't remember who was talking about it, but they said he went up to Jeff Jarrett after that and was like, "Don't you dare try to like take money out of my mouth and shit," because like it's like fuck with my T-shirt sales.
Well, and I would love to know like what the level of I imagine he was being honest when he said Vince told him to go out there and shoot, and he probably took that opportunity to unload. Like I really don't know how much of this was planned. But
no, I was just thinking it was like maybe Vince McMahon meant like just go out there
and then he said shit about Stone Cold,
say whatever, but he didn't mean. He was walking away and Jeff Jarrett was walking away and Vince was like, did he think I meant like shoot?
Yeah,
no, it's fine.
Like,
it's fine.
You know, shoot on Bischoff. Shoot on Bischoff, fine. Shoot on Mongo, fine. Shoot on WCW, fine. But like he shoots on HBK. He shoots on Bret Hart. He's saying, talking about HBK, and he's saying, you give your little hand signs to your buddies in Atlanta. I mean, and yeah, but then like as soon as he brings up Austin, the crowd is not having it.
Yeah, they boo the shit.
It's kind of like on the movie Black Sheep, if you ever saw that. Like, Chris Farley was doing really well at that MTV benefit until he said, kill Whitey. And the entire room changed.
Yeah, he buried himself once he started talking shit about Stone Cold.
For sure. And if he chose to do that of his own volition, that's a really poor decision because he was in no position to get himself over looking the way he did. The crowd had no reason to give a shit about this. This was so inside. Like
that's been happening a lot. Like we know
they've
about
already
it
got
it's been 20 years, but like so much.
They've already got Cornette to do this, so I don't know if it's just they wanted so desperately. But like Jeff Jarrett values himself far higher than I do.
He hired him to put butts in the seat. I was like, whoa, Jeff Jarrett, whoa.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing with when Cornette does it. It's another for some like vaguely blonde vampiric dude in like a tweed blazer showing up. He looks like are you the lady of the house? Like who the fuck are you? And why are you insulting the guy we love?
Kirby vacuum cleaners.
Yes, we have a spectacular deal for you on a Kirby vacuum.
So that was just it was a garbage segment. I don't know. Like it was too inside for the fans to care about, especially in '97 when very little of this would have meant anything to them.
Yeah, not a lot of those people were on the wrestling forums message board.
So after that, we've got a match. This is Sable with Marc Mero versus Brian Christopher.
You bastard. That's what I was saying as Marc Mero came out, because I didn't even know it was Marc Mero. It was just
Sable's music
Vince
hit.
Exclaimed in happiness, like wahoo! And then it was, it must be Sable, and it was.
So
it was, he just gets overshadowed.
Yeah, you can.
Poor man.
So last week, they were really kind of tongue-in-cheek about the idea that Brian Christopher was Jerry Lawler's son, whereas this week he just walks out with him.
No, he had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. But then he goes on to say, like, no, he had to go to the bathroom, and that's why he was coming.
It's so stupid. It's so good, though. They even do, like, the same stupid laugh. Like, it's so...
But yeah, like, even at this point, you know, like, having the benefit of knowing now, but you can tell that Sable is the main event. Like, even though this... And first off, you know Marc Mero's going to win, because obviously... But
he's got Sable with him.
Sable is just the focus here. Like, King gets up and he goes over and he gives Sable a Stone Cold hat to put on because he's saying, like, you know, this is how you get it to sell.
Mid-match with a microphone.
Yeah. He gets up with a microphone and walks over to her to talk to her. Like, how many times have you ever seen that happen in a match?
And Sable is trying her best
Yeah.
to just to keep attention on her. Was she married to Marc Mero?
Yes.
At this time,
Yes.
so yeah, she's like, her husband is having a match, you know, trying to do his best, and she's just like, yes, I know. Can we just can we go back? Can we pay attention to what's going on? And at one point, Marc Mero comes out ringside with Sable,
Yep.
and I think he gets pushed into Sable.
Well, he
and
sees.
he was
it's
mad
one of
about
those
the
things-
hat.
First off, he sees the hat. Yeah, he sees she's wearing the hat, and he takes the hat off and he chunks it into the crowd. And like, what a keepsake! That's a Stone Cold hat that was worn by Sable. Like, you know, that lucky
That's
adult.
still in someone's house on a fucking fireplace.
Yeah,
above
plaqued.
the fireplace in Oklahoma.
But yeah, then he starts yelling at Sable, and Brian Christopher blasts him in the back, and he it looks like Marc Mero kind of inadvertently like punches Sable in the shoulder.
Well, no, it looked like he was falling into her like ref bump style, and I thought she was going to go against the post, and it was going to be a thing. She was going to bump. It was nothing.
No.
She wore it. Yeah, she took it like a
She,
champ.
like, held him up.
Actually, Marc Mero kind of went face first into boob, and I hope he didn't chip a tooth on those things, man. Like,
like
she really shrugged it off like nothing.
at one point at the beginning of the match, because like Marc Mero's the boxer or whatever, and like Brian Christopher is acting like he wants to box with him, and JR just goes, Christopher couldn't box apples. And like JR is like so offended by that. It's like this old school like, he couldn't box apples, sir. You.
It's like, yeah, Bugs Bunny's. Your sister drives a pickle wagon.
You have sullied the name of my son. So King goes for up on the ring to get a distraction for the benefit of Brian Christopher, but Marc Mero uses that opportunity to just low blow Brian Christopher and get the win.
There you go.
Strange choice. Why? Like,
Gotta do what you gotta
you're
do.
trying to build Marc Mero. Why not just have him win clean instead of having to I don't know.
Are they trying to build Marc Mero?
I guess.
Or are they just
By-
trying to get
by-
Sable TV times somehow?
Well, they're not mutually exclusive at this point. Like, they're really close to each other, and they're going up, but like Sable's going up way faster. So
Yeah.
it's just gonna like.
For like last week, it was kind of even, but after that, yeah, it started going real fast.
Yeah, for sure. But after that, it's time to enter the war zone.
Yeah, it's that. Now we're serious.
So it's really fun to get the second intro. It's exactly the same as the first.
It really
But
is.
I love this intro so much that I just like seeing like the doors open and the explosions and like Stone Cold doing that DMF walk.
No, is it weird that I get more pumped the second time around than I do when it first intros, like when the war zone's happening? I'm like, yeah,
No,
let's go,
it's not.
brothers.
It's not. Yeah, because you're like, well, we fucking go again. It's like the second hill of a roller coaster. Like, you know, it's so much fun. They say something here early on in this kind of second segment that I think is truer than they intended it to be. That Owen Hart, it was the real hitman of the Hart family, like in more ways than one. Like they called Bret the hitman, but like, dude, Owen is the hitman, like for real.
Bret should be like I don't know, what's a word for being the safest, most beautiful worker
Dismantle
ever?
her. So this is Owen Hart versus HBK.
Yeah.
Owen Hart's theme song is weird. I had to look it up because I didn't really know. I'm like, what music is
so
this? And then it came out, I was
generic.
like,
it's menu music for like the fucking
BMX game or
Warzone
something.
game.
Yeah.
It's
Let's see. Let me get a little taste.
It's like industrial kind of. It's like kind of trying to be like Stabbing Westward, but like real, like washed out.
Yeah.
Very like industrial metal wannabe.
But before the match starts, Owen decides to talk a little smack, like,
yeah,
you know, he likes to.
But he says, "Quiet up,
quiet up, everyone,
quiet up." I like that he comes out just draped in all of his shit. He's got the belt, and then he's got his slammies. I love how much
he loves the slammies. I wish more
He's
people
love
their slammies.
He's struggling. It's like watching like as a guy, I go into the grocery store and I will get a basket despite the fact that I probably needed a cart.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then you end up with like, oh, I got to carry these 3 things, and I've got this bag of tater tots as well that I just don't have a place for.
I already filled this shit up.
Man.
That is him with his slammies.
Sure.
Like,
I'm a shit show in the grocery store, balancing shit on top of things and got cold stuff under your arm.
I'm gonna tuck
5
one head first
cans
down
for
my
some
trunks.
Oh man, you ever drop the thing and then you gotta try to Jenga bend all the way over
drop
without
anything else.
dropping it?
So
Somebody tries to, no, it's okay.
like you were saying, Owen yells a little bit, but he gets interrupted by Rick Rude, who's up on the ramp and is having mic troubles, and you can audibly hear him say "fucking" at least 4 times.
Oh.
Like, I can't tell in like what context. It's just like this fucking microphone or this fucking something, but like you can definitely make out.
But he wasn't
named Rick Rude.
He wasn't having trouble.
More like Rick Profane.
Everyone heard him.
Well, I think it was cutting on. I think it was cutting in and out.
Okay.
Because it is weird. Like, it takes a second. But he gives Sean like this ridiculous big entrance, which is always fun. He goes over the top introducing Sean.
Well, you got it for the icon.
So I did another timestamp. 50 minutes and 30 seconds. HBK tosses a real quick 2-sweet up to the camera that kind of goes back to Jeff Jarrett saying, you know, with your little hand signals to your boys in Atlanta. Yeah. It's just a real quick one that he pops up, and it's not like directed at the camera, but you know, it's.
Do you think Kevin Nash was like watching on a small monitor backstage,
tugging his ear,
just, like kind of gently,
right?
Gently.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He's like, "I see you, HBK. I miss you too."
Do you ever look up at the moon and maybe think somewhere might be looking at the same?
No, he's watching. Scott, he did it again. He still remembers us.
He's a real one, man. He doesn't play games.
The click, brother.
This match takes a long time to get started, but once it does, it goes on for a while.
Yeah.
Like, unlike I kind of remember when this was starting up, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a 45-second match when like the Nation hits the ring for no good reason.
It was a decent match for while it was going, though.
We did get a while. It blew my mind that they were still doing pile drivers. HBK hits Owen with a pile driver outside of the ring. Like, guys,
I think after Stone Cold, they'd be like, nope, never again.
Seriously, are we still doing pile drivers?
You know, if anybody should be taking pile drivers, it's Owen.
Yeah,
got a couple coming.
You're allowed to do it to him. Nobody can do them unless you're doing them to Owen.
Yeah, speaking of Owen and pile drivers, there's somebody hits the ring as he has been doing all night.
Yep.
That damn Stone Cold Stephen Q. Austin.
Stone Cold.
He comes in and the referee is right there.
Yeah.
He's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. He got bit by the snake. And
the ref takes a
smile Austin gives Owen before he does it.
He hits the referee, and he's just like, "Ha ha! Win the match now, bastard!"
Yeah,
and he's just like so happy.
The evil smile.
Such a rascal.
We briefly cut back to the rest of the Hart Foundation backstage, who's crowded around watching the action on a 4-inch TV.
Mm-hmm. It was 97. They weren't going to wheel in one of those giant TVs.
I don't like. What's keeping them from standing on the ramp?
It looked like that little
Well,
TV
no, Owen
that
said,
the
remember,
Foot
keep
Clan
your
stole
boys
at the
out?
beginning of Ninja Turtle. Like, he's...
So, but yeah, so Austin stuns the referee hilariously, which is another great way to fuck somebody over because, like you said, he's just like, yeah, do something now, dude.
Pin him now.
And he does as he's doing that. Owen is distracted for long enough for HBK to hit some sweet chin music, but the ref is dead.
Yes. So Bret finally comes down and finally
For sure.
gets his hands on HBK.
Bret
was
charges from the back.
Yes.
Was this possibly the worst sweet chin music Shawn Michaels has ever done? It's too gentle. It's way too gentle. It was like he wasn't sure if Owen was in the moment. He just kind of had his foot up there and just kind of grazed his ear.
They can't all be.
Yeah.
It was kind of, I can't think of one of his best ones. So.
The one that he hit a couple weeks ago when Chyna had blasted Bret, and then Bret, that was a good one. That was right up
really
against
good.
the camera.
Yeah.
That was nice.
But yeah, DX rescues HBK as the Hart Foundation hits the ring. And it's just mayhem.
What I don't get is, so Stone Cold hit the ref with a stunner, and Vince was still confused. He's like, why would he do that? Like, do you like he said he wants to face Owen for the title. He's not letting anyone else get that title off Owen. Why are you still confused by this?
If anything, he could have maybe had Shawn help Shawn lose legitimately, and then he could have gotten 2 belts for beating Owen.
He wants Owen. Did Shawn break his neck?
I guess not.
No, he didn't.
He did not.
Is he wearing a shirt saying Owen 316? I broke your neck.
Can you imagine people buying those? I'm sure they sold them.
Yeah,
Well, maybe they didn't. I don't know. It's a gangster.
Yeah,
shirt.
that's true.
Imagine just seeing that out of context at the Exxon. I just broke your neck. What? Excuse me, sir.
My neck is fine.
What?
But after this, we get little thing about the hotline. You can call the WWF hotline and hear the uncensored Jim Cornette rant.
Oh, not for
My
not
God,
for
get your
TV.
parents' permission, kids.
Yeah, Michelle was like, so what is it for? Then it's like, it's to call. And she's like, for what's on there? It's like, you never know. You gotta call.
Yeah,
Gotta call
I like
and
it's
find
like
out.
$2
They're not
or
gonna
something
tell
a
you.
minute. And he's just like, let me tell you something about fucking crock pots.
Have we ever
I don't know
looked
what
to
the fuck.
see if they
It
have
says
like?
hot.
They shouldn't have to charge you for an extra slice of cheese at the Wendy's.
Did we ever look up to see if there's YouTube videos of the old hotline shit? If they have the recordings of them.
It's just, if you want to hear an uncensored Jim Cornette
I
rant,
want
I
to
can
hear some
definitely
of the
direct
shit
you to
that
one.
used to be on there.
It's like the Sonny putting clothes on or something. Call the hotline. Finally, we get some Undertaker rebuttal to the man that they call Kane, who has been just decimating opponents leading up to this. Undertaker's bathed in blue darkness somewhere in the back, talking about carrying the grief of a family lost, only to discover that in fact your brother is alive. He blames Paul. You can hear a lot of chatter in the background. You can hear a lot of people talking. He's not very far. He's not far enough away from people to do this. But he says he won't ever fight Kane. That's the point of it.
Never fight his blood.
Won't ever fight Kane. I won't fight Kane.
That's fine. Kane's gonna fight everybody around you.
Yeah, seriously. But
Whether they know it or not.
we won't see Kane, so it's no problem. Yeah. Next up, we've got a great match. Dude Love, good to see him. Dude Love versus Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, who was just out here.
He could have just stayed.
Dude Love's theme song and music, or theme song and video that play are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, there's
It's
him
it's
flying
lots
around
of
the
fun.
world and shit.
Yeah. But my God, Hellfire and Brimstone. It's that Monster King.
Oh yeah, he doesn't get Davy Boy if that's what you guys thought
Nope.
was about to happen.
No,
Thomas, he doesn't get him.
Thomas, we're sorry. We misled you, Thomas. But I don't understand where Davey Boy Smith is. Did he beat up all of the Hart Foundation? Because they were just out here. Imagine Davey Boy Smith was backstage and Kane just kind of walks past him and he's just like, Hey, it's supposed to be my fault, isn't it?
As he says, he walks by. Kane just shoves him against the wall, and he's like, shakes his head no and keeps walking through.
Kane shoves him and he goes through like 5 walls.
I mean, yeah, are you going to stop Kane? 1997 Kane from going out there and kicking ass?
Nobody is going to. Dude Love manages to get the most offense that we've seen so far. He blasts Kane in the head with a chair shot. He
lightly hits him with a chair. I've seen better.
Yeah, Kane's always somebody that took safe bumps. Somebody who didn't take safe bumps was Dude Love, who takes not 1 but 2 choke slams onto the steel ramp.
God, that poor tailbone.
And another one. Like,
yes.
I just wrote in my notes, mercifully, that's it, after the second one. Because, like, poor Mick. God damn it, dude.
Mick was probably like, hit me with 3 of them, and then after 2, he's like, no, only 2.
Yes. Stop, that's enough, that's good.
You've had enough. Sir.
No, if anything, Mick was like, go for a 3rd. And
exactly, that's what I was saying.
Kane's like, no. He's like, snap me like Bane.
Like, break my back.
Yeah, he wasn't even supposed to get 2.
After that, got a fun match here. The Headbangers versus the very first kind of the very first kind of proto version of the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, they're not called that yet, but I wrote that down.
No, the badass Billy Gunn and 1G Road Dogg Jesse James.
Well, you know.
Somebody in the crowd has a sign that says Kane rules, but it's CAIN. I think it's funny. Like in 97, you just in 97 just took a guess at it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, nobody's written.
Yeah, I don't know how to. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Back,
When this match starts, one of my favorite lines from the night happens from JR. They said, "What's with all this pelvic stuff? All this
vulgar."
It is. It's the changing of the guard. They're watching the changing of the guard here. These all be like, I don't understand why they keep pointing at their genital area.
What's so great about their penis?
You'll see. The very first kind of, maybe not the very first, but like one of the first Road Dogg entrances. And he's a little unsure about what he's going to say. He definitely doesn't have his kind of palaver down yet. He's introducing himself, letting people know who he is. It's fun though. It's the roots.
You hear an "oh, you didn't know," but he's just like, "Oh, you didn't know." It's like he went back and watched it. I was like,
yeah,
maybe I
you
should
did not
emphasize
know?
on that more.
Yeah.
I think we can explore that. This is where he's. I don't know if he's referred to himself as Road Dogg before, but he does here, and he sets the record straight. He will be known henceforth as Road Dogg. You can refer to the back of his shirt. He takes off his dope-ass vest to show the back of his shirt. It's right there. Custom job. Local mall.
Point to yes.
Did Billy Gunn not look like he was dressed as like a backup guitar player for Garth Brooks in 1997?
Well,
yeah,
I was
thinking. I was getting a very like Neil Diamond kind of show.
That was his shtick. He was the protege of the Honky Tonk Man. So it kind of like
he's the rockabilly.
Yeah, he had that big outfit, and Road Dogg was the roadie, who was like you said, kind of a similar thing for Jeff Jarrett, who couldn't be further from that now. My God. The Thrashers, the Headbangers, bring out a boombox. For some odd reason. I don't know what the benefit of that would be. Yeah, I definitely is not going to play a part in the match. Billy Gunn just absolutely destroys that boombox into Thrasher's head. Like, it explodes into just components.
Yeah, it was a gnarly... Like, I'm sure they took parts out and hollowed it a little bit, but it was fucking a million pieces.
No, you can see he didn't
not hollowed out, but I'm sure they took some shit out.
The components.
You saw like a motherboard. Not a motherboard. I'm sure Boombox did that shit.
I saw.
I could Thrasher was bleeding afterwards, and I'm assuming that he bladed, but
I don't know. It was just kind of like one little.
It was a hard hit.
Up spot on his. It was weird. He might have. I'm sure he bladed though.
They they used that to get the win. And after that, this is 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 44 seconds. Road Dogg gets out and starts screaming at Vince for some reason. And then he calls Vince a freak. He calls JR a freak, and then he turns and calls King another F word that I won't say. But against all odds, like I don't know. And then they all have a good chuckle that he said it. So I'm kind of surprised by that. But
1997.
there we are. 97, definitely. And what's more 97 than what we have next?
Are you talking about Sonny waking up
I'm
Oklahoma
talking
City?
about Sonny. Yes, I am. Sonny comes out. And the first thing that she does when she gets into the ring is she takes her shoes off.
Man, I like Sonny. She is so fun.
She's bubbly. She's got.
I know she's real. She's keeping it real. All the other girls are obviously uncomfortable and lying about it. Sonny's gonna be on the level.
Yep.
I like Sonny.
Shoes off, nips popping, and it's funny.
They were popping aggressively.
It's funny because they can use her to introduce people that would probably get booed like crazy. But like if they're like, well, what if we had a hot chick tell people about it? I'm like, well,
yeah, it was.
You can't boo a hot chick.
It was just. she was doing unnecessary like hip waggles for emphasis. I didn't really care for that. It says at 195 pounds. Like you can't fancy up 195 pounds. Uh-oh. Did we lose the Skyler?
Yeah, he'll probably be back on in a second. I don't. Yeah, Sonny is. Sonny is definitely one of those personalities that really looks like what you see is what you get. You know.
I don't know. I think she's.
No, I mean it in a good way. Like she looks like she's a lot of fun. Like she doesn't seem pretentious. Like she comes out. You know, she's not gonna leave the shoes on if they're bothering her. Good for her.
Yeah, and she's funny.
But she is here to introduce.
Hera. Sorry, my internet just disconnected randomly. I didn't end my recording at all though, so it was like a minute or an hour and a minute.
We're talking about Sonny.
Oh shit! Sorry. If you guys just kept going,
Sonny,
I interrupted it.
Sonny was so hot that she made Skylar disconnect, and now he's in a different room for some reason.
No, I think Skylar accidentally disconnected from the call and excused himself to the restroom to relieve some Sonny-related pressure. And I'm calling you out for it.
I'll not confirm.
But Sonny is here. She introduces Tajiri, and then she introduces the person that she's out there for, which is the newest WWE signing, Mr. Taka Michinoku.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to see. They totally botched Tajiri's name, though, on his nameplate.
Yeah,
I realized it the moment it hit the screen.
I wrote that too. Tajari is
Tajari.
what they wrote.
Yeah. Somebody is like, yeah, all right, Q Super. Oh, take it down, kill it.
Yep. I fucking love this match, so I thought it was really fun. Good.
This was high risk spots in '97, which was not as prevalent. The crowd was fairly tepid. I don't really think they had enough time to understand what they were about to see or what they were even seeing as it was happening. It was a short match.
No, you just had Sonny out there getting them all stirred up.
Yeah.
And then you're going to expect them to expect a nice classic from these talented young Japanese wrestlers. Nah, they're all Sonny brain now.
I love the thought of like that in like '97. This kind of match would like they'd be like, well, what the hell was that? That ain't wrestling.
Yeah. What's he doing way up in the air?
Why did he just flip over the ropes? Stupid.
The air is for birds.
You're supposed to stay inside of the ropes.
Why didn't he punch him 50 times?
They have ropes.
Yeah, they hit really crazy spots here. And Taka hits the Michinoku driver for the win, which is kind of like a scoop slam.
He said the thing.
Like a sit-out scoop slam.
Yeah.
And yeah, Taka gets the win. Like I said, the crowd doesn't really know what to do here.
They did
like
pop
they,
for
you know,
him, they showed respect.
Then we get some Jim Cornette. I wasn't sure we were gonna get one. They waited until like almost the end of the show for this. But all he's doing here really is just reading fan mail that they got about his segment last week on Phil Mushnick. And it was just, like, here's one from an attorney. I think Phil is awful. Here's one from a 12-year-old.
Wrestling's
Phil is a
cool.
terrible man.
I like wrestling, but I don't like Phil.
I won't ever buy TV Guide again.
Okay, 12-year-old, why the fuck were you buying TV Guide?
Well, we'll never know now. But yeah, it was kind of a anticlimactic Cornette segment because that's pretty much it. It was maybe a minute or so of him reading like snippets of fan mail, and then they gave
you can't have those bangers like you've had for 2 weeks.
I guess so. Yeah,
you had Brian Pillman. I keep saying Pullman. Brian Pillman. A rant, and then that one that direct just dressing down last week. It's hard to beat.
It's got a global cooldown on that ability. But yeah, like and then they give like the address for TV Guide or whatever, like attention Phil Mushnick, like how to send mail like directly to him.
Yeah, I was like, damn, Vince, you're really just hardcore on this guy.
They're like, doxing him, like flagging his ass.
97 doxing.
Like on Home Improvement was doing the same gag every time Tim would say something kind of sexist on Tool Time. Al Borland would go like, "That's Tim Taylor, care of Tool Time, 3242."
Cards and emails. But we are now at the main event.
We are?
Oh, I bet you're excited. Yes, we are.
They haven't talked about any kind of main event all night.
Well, it's the Godwins.
Yes.
And they're taking on DOA.
Oh, my internet
So
just
you
died
pay
again.
for the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge.
Yeah.
The Godwins, like I said.
I forget that 8 Ball and Skull are the Disciples of Apocalypse. Like I forget the name Disciples of Apocalypse for some reason. It's too
they're
much.
just so
It's like a comic book I wouldn't read.
so forgettable.
Well, yeah, this is the B-side of Survivor Series match build up here of like DOA and like I guess. I mean, I'm thinking because like otherwise I don't know why you got 4 dudes on motorcycles. So yeah, all 4 DOA guys come out and start fighting, so it's 4-on-2, but then the Truth Commission comes out as well to help the Godwins, and then it's like 6-on-4, and like it's a huge mess.
Yeah. But luckily it gets saved.
And then, well, yeah, Vince McMahon just kind of offhandedly says, "Mankind?" And then it just like abruptly chop cuts.
Yes.
To Mankind in the boiler room with literally like less than a minute left of show. There's no resolution to that match that we saw. Who gives a shit? There's absolutely like who knows? Like somebody it didn't even start. Who cares? Vince McMahon just says Mankind and it just magically cuts to him back in the boiler room.
I am pretty sure that means something went long and they weren't communicating in the ring. And they didn't wrap it up in time, and
not.
Vince really wanted to get this Mankind segment on before they had to go off air. I guess that's what I would think would happen. I'm glad though, because Mankind, around some big old pipes in the dark.
My
I'm
favorite kind of
I
Mankind.
have no idea what he was talking about to start, but I guess we're just saying like Kane beat Dude Love into Mankind.
I guess he chokeslammed Dude Love out of existence and awoken Mankind again.
I wonder if he would have just chokeslammed him once, like if the first time he chokeslammed him, he turned into Cactus Jack.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just like bang,
like
bang.
he chokeslammed him, and then for a second he's like bang bang, and Kane's like no, like picks him up again.
I want to
slams
fight
him
a
again.
monster.
And what if he chokeslammed him that second one? He went one too far, and he was like, "Oh damn it! You got to go all the way back around."
It's like Fred Flintstone
to get back.
It's like Fred Flintstone getting hit on the head with the bowling ball. You got to cycle through several characters to get to like Ferd Flintlock, race car driver extraordinaire.
Oh man, this one has a Spanish accent. Do it again.
Yeah, that was Federico Flintstone. That's a
Flintstone.
articulate.
Almost knocked over the painting.
So we're gonna get a Kane versus Mankind match next week, probably, right, guys? Or Survivor Series, probably.
So, yeah.
Actually.
Ooh, nice.
That's what makes sense. Why Vince wanted to shoehorn. He got to get that segment in on this Raw.
I like it.
Because they're probably doing something next week. Oh yeah, it's got to be.
I'm with that.
We'll get to
like,
see it.
You know that's gonna be good. Yeah, that's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Yeah,
for that.
with that Mankind segment, we go to a black screen, and I don't know what comes on after that. La Femme Nikita or some shit.
Tropical
no, that was
Thunder?
on TNT. That would have been.
What would be on USA
Who
in
knows what?
1997?
Silk stockings.
Oh shit! NYPD
After
Blue.
10 o'clock.
ABC,
Silk stockings.
I think.
I don't even know what that is. What is Silk Stockings?
They're
You
risque.
can't watch Silk
Deep
Stockings.
90s show?
Yes.
I don't know. Can I? Okay, we got to do our risky Google of the week. What's Silk Stockings? Let's see. Silk.
I remember they had
Stockings.
an SNL skit where it was like a game show, and the whole game show was, "What is burn notice?"
I'm saying stockings. Stockings. Silk Stockings. TV show. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
It's between it's a hard boiled detective show between Detective John Silk and Frank Stockings.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, I don't recognize anybody. Mitzi Capture, Rob Estes, Charlie Brill. He looks familiar.
Put some spec on Mitzi.
we didn't
Anyways,
miss
let's end
anything,
this shit.
Skyler,
Let's
don't
end
worry.
this shit.
Yeah, seriously, I like that's tangent. So that is the October 20th episode of Raw. The train is chugging right along. Next week we will be watching the October 27th episode. And then following on that, we will have the November 3rd episode. And then after that, it's on to Survivor Series.
Yes.
Man, it's a long train track.
We
chugging right along.
still got like 4 more weeks. No.
We got 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
So 3
And
more
then
weeks
Survivor
of
Series.
97
Yeah, 3
Raw on
weeks.
WWF.
Pretty sure.
So yeah, we've seen the formation of DX. We've seen the formation of the New Age Outlaws. We've seen Kane.
Yeah.
We've seen him.
I'm excited to see
throw
them merge.
Mankind into existence once again. It's just so many things happening.
awesome.
I'm
We've
excited
seen
to
the
see.
People's Elbow.
I'm excited to see the New Age Outlaws get inducted into DX.
Yeah, that I don't think that happens till after HBK leaves, so we're gonna have to wait till after
Oh, okay. Well,
WrestleMania.
okay. Well, either way, we know it
that'll
happens
be
up here, right? It's happening right now.
So we know where we're going. We're going to keep it back. We keep it in 1997 for some more Raw, October 27th. In the meantime, keep up with us on the social medias. You can search for The Shoot
We'll
Show
post
on
eventually.
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and you'll find it. We post it every now and then when the mood strikes. We get a little meme, a little the wild.
We need to
hair for
start
a
making
meme
like
every now and then.
1997 wrestling memes. Only we would get because we just watched it.
Hey, if you guys will open the floodgates
Karate
for some
Fighters.
Karate Fighters
Yeah,
content, you already knew it was coming.
I knew it.
Milton Bradley, great product, fantastic.
All
Yeah.
right.
So the Karate Fighter
anyway.
Kickcast podcast is our spin-off where we just fucking smoke weed and say stupid things.
Be looking out. We all got our own Karate Fighters.
Sponsored
We'll be
by
spitting
Milton
them
Bradley. Yeah, we
viciously.
got Milton Bradley to sponsor us doing drugs.
It's pretty sweet.
They already have sent a
Bunch of
lawsuit
drugs.
mail to you
Yeah.
for saying
They
that.
sent me a
Cease and desist. Yeah, that's why. Please stop. So yeah, keep up with us. Watch a little Raw on this screwed up path to Survivor Series 1997, and we'll see you next week.
All right, guys. See you later.
Good talking to you, boys.
All right, guys, take care.
Later.